everybody, it's Geordie from Geordie Colours. Thank you so much for joining me. I am here with my hashtag video for the month of November. It's the Colour the Fairy Tales hashtag that I've been running all year. And the fairy tale for the month of November is The Frog Prince. I will pop the information up on screen for you here. So the fairy tale, as I said, is The Frog Prince. The prompts are frog, well, ball and crown. And all you need to do is use the hashtag. It's hashtag Colour the Fairy Tales NOV, N-O-V 2025. Colour spelt the English way, C-O-L-O-U-R. And so just take a photo of your page that relates to the fairy tale or any one of the prompts. Use that hashtag and tag me in at Geordie Colours. And I look forward to seeing all your beautiful pages. I was blown away by October's Cinderella pages. Thank you all so much for participating. It was so fun to see all your beautiful pages. And I have a selection of books here to show you some ideas for the fairy tales and the prompts. So my first book here is Gabby Wolf's Mini Mania number 4. And I found this little frog prince here. So I thought he was rather cute. You could do the whole page. You could just do that little vignette, whatever you choose. But yeah, I think he's adorable. I love Gabby Wolf's. I haven't coloured anything in this book. I should probably do something. So that's Gabby Wolf's Mini Mania 4. I then have Fairy Tales and Folklore by Emily Leaderhall-Oberg. And I found this one of the Frog Prince here. So he's been captured in a little jar. The princess is looking down on him there. And I just thought this was a beautiful composition for a page. I really love it. So a really pretty page from Emily Leaderhall-Oberg's Fairy Tales and Folklore. I then have Emily Leaderhall-Oberg's Fairy Tales book. Yeah, she's bringing the goods this month. And in this one I found the sky. So here is our frog prince swimming through the water with lots of gems and leaves, wearing his little crown. Another great page, and I thought it worked really, really well. So great pages from Emily Leaderhall-Oberg, and that was Fairy Tales. Next up, a new book to me. This one is by Selena Fenwick. It's 4 books in one, and the book that I'm taking the picture from is this one, Fairy Tales colouring book by Selena Fenwick. And of course we have The Frog Prince. So another great page. I love Selena Fenwick's artwork. You've got this beautiful well, you've got the irises and your princess and your prince, and she's got her golden ball there as well. So a great page from that book. Well, this one's called Tales and Myths. It could come from the fairy tale book by Selena Fenwick. Okay, and then the final page relating to the actual fairy tale that I found was in Sagen by Maria Trolle. And of course, there's a double page kind of spread here for the Frog Prince. We've got the first page here with the little princess holding her golden ball and kind of looking at the frog and the pond. Presumably, he's just brought the ball back for her. And then on this page, we have the Frog Prince himself wearing his little crown, the golden ball, which is all bedecked in jewels and things, and then this beautiful kind of floral decoration around the outside. So either of those pages would work really well for this prompt. I feel like there's a lot of shadowing going on. I'm just going to try and turn on my lamp. I hope that's not too distracting for you, but it's so dingy in this room. Look at that gold foiling. So that was Sagen by Maria Trolle. Okay, on to the prompts. Now, I struggled with the ball prompt. I could only find a couple of pages relating to balls. I think probably if you're in the southern hemisphere, you'll prefer these ones because, well, this one in particular relates to beach balls. It comes from 50 Vacation Miniatures by Camellia Angelkova. And we got these 2 cute little ducks playing with the beach ball. So like I say, southern hemisphere going into, well, late spring, early summer. Might be more keen to colour beach balls, but it was one of the balls that I could manage to find. So that was 50 Vacation Miniatures by Camellia Angelkova. I then have A Romantic Country. This is the first tale by Eerie, and I found this page with the kind of circus bear balancing on the ball. So I figured that one would work as well. But yeah, I really struggled with balls. I mean, if you want to be creative, you could go with balls. Not really quite the same thing, but similar shape. If you're feeling Christmassy, you could do something like that. But yeah, struggled to find balls and pages. Let me know if you find any others, but there's a couple there. So on to the prompt of wells. I did find quite a few wells in books, the first one being, funnily enough, in Romantic Country by Eerie. And I found this one, which I think is a gorgeous little page and probably wouldn't take too long to do. It's got quite a bit of background, which would be the thing that I would struggle with a little bit, but very, very cute page. So that was from Eerie's Romantic Country. I then have 50 Woodland Miniatures by Camellia Angel Cover, and I think there's a couple of wells in different books of hers, but I found this one in this book. Super cute. You've even got the frog as well, being pulled out of the well by the beaver with a little snail looking on. So yeah, super cute. So that's Camellia Angel Cover's 50 Woodland Miniatures. In My Narissa Dash Africa by Rita Berman, I found this one with the kind of well here in the corner. It's a lovely book. I hadn't coloured in this one for ages. I really need to get back to this one. And I do really love this page. And I do believe that Karen from My Colourful Country Life has a colour along for this page if you want to get some inspiration from her. Like I say, beautiful page and little well there. So works for our prompt. My Narissa Dash Africa by Rita Berman. Of course, immediately when I thought of the prompt well, I thought of the one in this book from Tales from the Witch's Cottage by Hannah Carlzon, and we've got this gorgeous, beautiful well. I just love this page. It's so pretty and magical, and yeah, I really like it. So that would be a great page to do for this prompt from Hannah Carlzon's Tales from the Witch's Cottage. Then I thought I'd have a look in one of my Creative Haven books. This is by Teresa Goodridge, and this one is called Country Gardens. And I haven't coloured in this one. Such beautiful artwork though. I love Teresa Goodridge's artwork. So I found this page with this beautiful well, a little dog sitting beside it, and then all the little flowers and beautiful scenery. The only thing that kind of puts me off a little bit is this. I presume it's meant to be the sun here. It just kind of looks a bit odd. I don't know. But yeah, other than that, I really love this page. It's a beautiful page. I should try and do some in these books. I've got a ton of these books that I haven't coloured in. But yeah, that is Teresa Goodridge's Country Gardens by Creative Haven. Okay, next up, Romantic Country, the third tale, and we're moving on to the next prompt, which is crown. So tons of pages with crowns in them, but I thought I'd give you a few different options. So again, Eerie's Romantic Country, the third tale, and I thought I would throw this in there because it's not technically a crown. It is a crown, but you know what I mean. It's not like a crown that you'd normally kind of think of. It's more like a headdress. So I just wanted to show you that headdresses work. If you want to do something like this, go for it. You know, there's no colouring police that are going to stop you. So this one, it comes from Romantic Countries, the third tale by Eerie, and I just thought that would work quite nicely for the prompt of crown. I then have something kind of along similar lines in Fairy and Fantasy by Christine Karen. I found this beautiful page. In fact, there are tons of pages in this book where you could argue that they are wearing crowns. Again, it's not a traditional kind of golden crown that you would imagine, but I thought it was great for this time of year with the leaves and the acorns. But like I said, there's quite a few in this book. I mean, you know, just about every character is wearing some kind of headdress. So a flower crown works. So, you know, use your imagination, go wild. It's fun. So that was Fairy and Fantasy Grayscale colouring book by Christine Karen. Of course, I had to pull out Juwelenkiste, or Jewellery Box, I never know if I'm saying that right, by Hannah Carlzon. Again, there are tons of crowns in this one. Just about every page has a crown, but again, I thought this one was a little bit different, a big kind of floral crown, which looks really, really cool. I really like that one. And then this one, which is far more elaborate and kind of jewel encrusted. But yeah, there's some great crowns in this one. Just about, like I say, every character is wearing some kind of headdress. So you could just about colour any page in this book and yeah, find a crown which would work for the prompt. So that is Juwelenkiste, or Jewellery Box by Hannah Carlzon. Forgive my butchery of that. Then I have Worlds Within Worlds by Kirby Rosand. And again, as soon as I thought of the prompt crown, these pages sprang to mind. It's the 2 crowns in Kirby's book here. And you could do either page or both pages, whatever you fancy. But yeah, some really, really fun ones with the water and the boats inside. And kind of like more of your traditional kind of crown. So that was the prompt crown. That was Worlds Within Worlds by Kirby Rosand. Okay, on to the frog prompt, which is the 4th and final prompt. And there were tons of frogs, frogs and all sorts of books. Let's start with Magical Worlds by Johanna Basford. In fact, I think there's a couple of crowns in here before we move on, actually. Yeah, I did mark a couple of pages here with crowns as well. So we've got the kingfisher wearing a crown, and we've also got the duck wearing a crown. So there's a couple of options in Johanna's books for crowns. And then on to frogs. We've got this kind of mandala page with the frogs. I think this one's kind of cool. I always feel quite drawn to this page. I know it's a mandala, but I actually kind of like it. So there's that one. And then there is this little one with the kind of smaller victories type things. We've got 3 frogs on this page, and I just think they're adorable. Really, really cute. Of course, in her other books, there are other frogs as well. I know there's one in Enchanted Forest. I'm sure there's some in some of her other books. Small Victories probably has a couple as well. So Johanna's a good source for frogs if you're looking for frogs to colour. That's Johanna Basford's Magical Worlds. In Symphony of Cute Animals by Kanoko Agusa, again, another one that's great for frogs. She's even got one on the cover here. There are tons of frogs in her books, but again, I immediately thought of this page because I just adore it, and it's so, so cute. So this one just, yeah, really stood out to me. It's a very dapper looking frog in his coattails and top hat. Yeah, really like that page. So that is Symphony of Cute Animals by Kanoko Agusa. But again, I think in all of her books there are frogs. So definitely have a look in those. Then a new book to me, Mystic Animals by Stratton Peterson. And there is a frog in here, which is this guy. Yeah, he looks kind of cool, like a tree frog in the moonlight with a moth, I presume, and some crystals and some caterpillars. And there's even a couple of little tadpoles down here as well. So that could be kind of a fun one to do. Not sure if I'd get to this one, but it's a cool page. I like the pages in this book. They're really, really neat. So that is Mystic Animals by Stratton Peterson. Of course, I had to throw in Summer Nights by Hannah Carlzon, one of my absolute favourite books at this very minute in time. And I have actually pre-prepared this page, so I might try and get this one done if I have some time. This one, the frog diving down with all the jewel. He's got a little jewel in his it's not a paw, what is that? I don't know, what do you call it on a frog? His hand. That'll do. And he looks like he's got a little stash of jewels down here that he's adding to. So yeah, this one could be fun to do. And like I say, I've really been loving this book. So I would like to do that. I've just noticed that I did actually spritz it with some glittery stuff as well, which is kind of cool. So yeah, there's that page. That is Summer Nights by Hannah Carlson. And finally, of course, I couldn't do a frog prompt without bringing out this book, A Frog's Tale by R.J. Hempson. And if you know R.J. Hempson, you know that there are quite a few books with Mr. Fogarty in them. So let's start from the, yeah, I've only got one set of pages. What am I talking about? So yeah, just about, well, pretty much. In fact, I think every page in this book has a frog. So take your pick. But yeah, such a cute book. And Mr. Fogarty gets up to all sorts of mischief and craziness. Yeah, so it's a great little book, and definitely a fun one to reach for my fairy tale. In fact, I thought this was kind of cool. I love this page. I've been tempted to do this page so many times, and don't know, I just haven't gotten around to it. I've only done one page in this book, which is such a shame because it is such a fun book. Yeah, lots and lots of gorgeous pages. In fact, there is frogs. I was going to say, is there frogs on that page? But there are lots of frogs on that page, actually. Tons of them. So yeah, every page in this book, bar this one. Oh yeah, I can't see any frogs on that page. So one page that doesn't have a frog, the rest of them take your pick. But it's a great book, R.J. Hempson's A Frog's Tale. And there we have it. We have all of the prompts covered there. I like I say, I struggled to find pages with balls in them. I thought like Boule de Poire or Nooner Therapy would have some. I couldn't find any. Let me know if you find other pages that have a ball in it somewhere. I'd love to know. But that was it. That was what I found. I hope you will join in the hashtag with me. I'll put the information back up on the screen here again. So remember, the fairy tale is The Frog Prince. The 4 prompts are ball, crown, well, and frog. You can colour a page that relates to the fairy tale or any one of those 4 prompts. Take a photo, add it on Instagram. Use the hashtag ColourTheFairyTalesNov2025, colour being the English spelling COLOUR, and tag me in at Geordie Colours. I would love to see your beautiful pages. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope to see you all again soon. Happy colouring, everybody. Bye.